Today's episode of Deconstructed is about triple jump spikes. I've done videos before about it, but this is going to help you understand how there's a lot of good triple jump spikes, but there are ones that are better. Now, triple jump is a flat-footed sport. As you can see, the bottom of his foot from the front side, meaning that he's pulling through, landing on his full foot, his heel, his arch of his foot, and is pushing off through his toe. It's very important to see that he's rolling through. Now, if you have shoes that are not flat at the bottom, it's very hard to roll through. As you can see, the bottom of his foot through each and every phase of his jump. These are the two world's best jumpers in the triple jump. I would think that you would want to listen to these two and see what they're doing that you're not. As you can see that these are Pumas. The foot is flat. He's rolled through his actual takeoff. And their positions remain the same throughout the whole jump. If you're wearing shoes that aren't molded correctly, it's going to be very hard to roll through because of the plates. Now, what I mean by the plates is just the base of the shoe that helps you transition and move. The makers of a lot of these shoes aren't physically long jumpers. Now, the ones that are here are, and they've had some influence on their spikes. If you type in triple jump spikes into Google, you'll see a lot of range of spikes. But look at the Saucony and the Nike Pole Vault. The bottom isn't flat. So it's harder to roll through because those spikes are designed for multiple sports, multiple events, long and triple or pole vault. You can see that the Under Armour is close. Nike Elite, they've understood the concept now. The long jump is molded to a high arch. It's very hard to roll through that. Two different planes. Even the Asics, it's closer, but it's not as thick. So it's important to understand the difference between the two. So you can look at Christian Taylor, his Nikes, flat-footed at the board. You see that he's running into the board. He's got his heel exposed. Every phase of his jump, he's focused on pulling the ground away. Even Picardo, you can see that he's rolling through his takeoff position. The correct shoes are needed. Same thing, same checkpoints. You can see the bottom of his foot from the front side of his actual jump. Now, here's a better understanding and viewpoint of it. So here are my shoes from long time ago. And these are the Nike Triple Jump 3. And you can see that when you place these down flat, there's a gap, and the gap is at the arch, and there's a place to roll through the actual jump. But when you make impact, you're not completely rolling through the jump. There's going to be a break, and that break's going to happen right at the arch, right when your foot is flat, right when you're trying to jump and create the most amount of force at this flat-footed position. So it makes sense to roll through from the ball of the foot, but not through the whole foot itself. The Adidas have understood this concept for a very, very long time. That's why they're my favorite shoe. They're durable, and you can see that there's a lot more technology underneath it for impact and grip. But the main thing is when it sits flat, you can see that it's going to roll through so much easier. Now, once your whole foot is down, you can make this full impact, and you can roll right through the shoe. And you can see it rolling through already, just simply off of pushing it down. Now, the reason why these are very important is because you need to understand that the foot and forces, there's so much time you need to move. And if you understand that time, you're going to be in a better position to jump that much further.